welcome back to what you need to know for ProPresenter operators. In this video, we are going to get a little bit more specific about ProPresenter, and we are going to talk about themes. When we're talking about themes, what we're really talking about is lyrics. On our three main outputs, our wall output here, this is what the congregation sees, the confidence monitor here, this is what the band and the pastors and people on stage are seeing, and the third one is our live stream here. These three different screens have three different themes to them. So what the theme is doing is it is changing the layout and the formatting of the text. We will go over here to the top left corner of ProPresenter, and we have this themes selection that we can go to here. You can see we've got several themes here. We've got themes for the room, for the live stream, but let's go ahead and go into our lyrics themes. We can click on this edit icon, and this will take us to the theme editor. So if we're going to apply one of these themes to some actual lyrics, let's use a song in our one-offs folder here. Alas, and did my Savior bleed? Quickly just add a background. Go to this first slide right here, right click on it, and we can see that we've got options for the themes. Center only lyrics is the theme that we want. So we can go here, click on it. The previous theme is still active until we select that slide again. So we select it, and then we can see up here that the black bar disappears because I selected a theme without a black bar. And we can go back to our center only lyrics, and we can put a mini bar that adds that bar back. We can also go back in and add a big bar. For me, I don't think that looks as presentable as it did with that little mini bar. I think that just looks a little bit better. If we have a slide with lots of lyrics on it like this one, let's see what happens if we try and change the size of that bar using these themes. Center only lyrics, big bar. That looks okay. As we go down and we reduce the size of that bar to a medium bar, that looks even better. The bar fits the text on the screen. Now, if we keep going smaller, when we put a small bar, we see we run into some problems. This black bar behind the text is no longer big enough to contain the lyrics. So we are starting to crunch the lyrics down and they are being smushed. And if we do this mini bar, then that just looks terrible and is very hard to read, is very hard to follow along. And that's the biggest thing with themes on the main screen is legibility, readability, and singability. If we have the wrong theme on these lyrics, it can potentially ruin the experience of this song in the worship set. Imagine if we had all of these lyrics with a tiny little bar, the lyrics then just become impossible to read, and I bet nobody's going to sing along. Having the right theme is critical and crucial, but we have some other themes that we can try out. So let's just go back to our title slide right here, and let's change the theme to something else that's not a center lyric. Let's add the stream lyrics theme to it. Now you can see that adjusts the lyrics to be what they should look like on the live stream, because on the live stream we have cameras. Camera people are getting their shots of band members and the pastors and everything. So it's actually important that theme is there on the live stream, but it's equally important that it's not there on the main screen. Now let's just keep going through all of these themes and see what they do to our text on the main screen. Check out this sermon sidewall theme right here. Yeah. So that's what that does. It has completely taken away the text because there's no text in this theme, and it has also replaced it with this graphic in the middle of the screen. It completely ruins the look of this first slide. And as we go through, change themes, that goes away, but it's the wrong theme. And if that wrong theme is on there, even for one slide, potentially cause a huge distraction and take a lot of people out of a potentially very important moment. So, well, let's just keep going, look through all these other themes. We've got some sermon themes. So we've got this main idea theme. Notice that this theme did not affect the live stream, and it does not affect the confidence monitor. This theme is only affecting the main screen. And we've got our main idea that we have there. We have a sermon text one. When it comes to reading lyrics on the screen, there's a reason why we have these lyric themes and why we don't just use the same theme for everything. It's because certain themes are going to work for some things and they are not going to work for other things. Just like certain macros work for some things, certain macros do not work for other things. We've got a bunch of live stream themes on here as well, and all of these do different things. We have a theme for lobby lyrics, and that just takes everything and fills it across the whole front of the screen. There's an outline around the text. There's also a drop shadow. That looks great on the lobby screens, but it doesn't really look great on the main screen. Again, all of these themes have purposes. When they're in the right purpose, they look great and they look perfect. Now let's go back into that theme editor and let's look a little bit more closely at how to create a theme. Here we are in the blank theme. So let's go ahead ahead and create a new theme here, and let's name it something. We're going to right click on our new theme, say rename. Let's just call it nothing. There we go. Now we've got a new theme here that we can create for text. Now, first of all, the most important thing is that you want to have a very specific purpose so that you're creating something that works as well as it possibly can for the scenario that you need it to work in. So let's say that we want to have a theme that completely fills our main screen with text, and let's say that we want our text to be black and have a white background. So we've already got a little text layer down here. Now let's take those boundaries and fill it across the entire screen. Now we come over here to the right. We've got lots of different options for how we can scale this text. We want our text to fill the entire screen. So in order to do that, we are going to come over here to the text tab, go to our scaling. We can scale the text up, scale the text down, or up or down. So let's just choose this text up or down scaling option. Notice what that does right away. For instance, if we go to text up, notice that we have the option to change the size of the text. Potentially, you can also scale it down. We're just going to do text up or down. It's just going to scale up and down to fill the box. If we take this box and we make it smaller, then the text will only get as large as the box is. So let's take this again, and remember, we want to make a theme that fills the entire screen. Another thing that we wanted is we wanted the text to be black. So we're going to go to the text color here. We're going to go down. We're just going to select black, and there we go. Now we've got black text. We also wanted to have a white background. We can add a shape to this text. We're going to fill that shape with a color, make it white. Now we've got black text on a white background filling the entire screen. Now we can go back to our show, and let's just take that same first slide right there. We'll right click on it, go to themes, and remember we saved this new theme in the blank themes, and we have nothing. There's that new theme that we created. We can select it. There it goes. Of course, we've got themes for lots of different purposes. The purpose of this is just to show how to create a theme. We can also go here to edit the theme that we're working on. We can go straight back to it. And if we decide that we don't like how that theme looks right now, we can edit it. Maybe that white background is a little bit too abrasive. So let's bring the opacity down. Now we can go back to our show and reload that theme to the slide. And now we have that nothing theme and a lower opacity. This could be the perfect look for something like a title slide in a presentation or an Awana slide. Doing awards, you might want to have a background and then have kids' names in big text across the front of the screen. The point is that we have this powerful tool to create new themes, reformat the text in lots of different ways. And if you want to delete a theme, just go to it, right click on it and delete it, and it's gone. And it's still here, but as soon as you reapply a new theme to it, we'll go back to our center only lyrics. And there we go. We got our lyric theme back on there for this song. Now I know I've only talked about applying themes to the main screen. I'm not going to talk about how to change the theme and the format of the confidence monitor until we talk about stage looks. And I'm not going to talk about how we change the theme of the live stream until we talk about audience looks. Those will be coming up in a video soon.